Jesus' teachings that really rocked the world of those he was teaching was his teaching on turning the other cheek. That when someone did something against you that was bad or hurtful, you weren't supposed to seek revenge. Instead, you were supposed to turn the other cheek. He addressed this in his Sermon on the Mount, and we can read in Matthew chapter 5, beginning in verse 38, his words about this. He says, "You have heard the law that says the punishment must match the injury. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I say, do not resist an evil person. If someone slaps you on the right cheek, offer the other cheek also. And if a soldier demands that you carry his gear for a mile, carry it 2 miles." He goes on even further to say that instead of only loving your neighbor, you're also supposed to love your enemies, and you're supposed to even pray for them. So in Jesus, we are to love our enemies and respond with grace. But what does it look like when we are our own enemies? What does it look like to actually turn the other cheek on ourselves and to go the extra mile with ourselves, giving ourselves grace? I think sometimes it's easier to forgive others before we're able to even forgive ourselves. We can get so involved with our own shame that we find it easier to keep holding on and keep pointing back to the baggage that we have than to actually find the courage to forgive ourselves and have grace for ourselves. Guilt and shame often reside in us, either for behaviors that we have chosen or for obstacles that have been unwillingly given to us. And it's in these moments, in these dealing with these struggles, that we feel that we are not worthy, or that we are not good enough, or that we are not lovable because of the things we say, do, or experience. And in these things, we go on to initiate punishment upon ourselves because we are so ashamed of even carrying those things to begin with. And we beat ourselves up with negative mental chatter that just take over our minds and continuously just beat us further and further into the ground. But I'd like to question you in what if in those moments of shame, instead of beating ourselves up, we actually tell ourselves, hey, it's okay. Go ahead and feel your guilt, feel your shame, but I'm going to be right here, ready to forgive you whenever you're ready. What if we were to love the enemies inside of us? What would it look like for you to turn the other cheek on yourself? To give yourself grace for all the messy baggage you have been carrying, and to love yourself in the midst of your own brokenness. So my urge to you today is that you turn the other cheek for yourself. That no matter what you have done, you find the grace in Jesus to have enough grace for yourself. See you later.